Hi friends, it's Alex and today I'm sharing my TBR for the Whatever-You-Want-A-Thon. So the Whatever-You-Want-A-Thon is a month-long readathon hosted by Maddie at Book Browsing Blog, and it is running throughout the month of June. I will leave a link to our announcement video and I will leave a link to our channel in the description below so you can go check everything out. There's like many elements to this readathon. There are 15 reading prompts, there are teams and the teams have different hosts, and then there's like a whole point system when you can score points based on books, and there are different things that get you bonus points. So I'll leave all the links below so you can go check all that out, but today I'm just going to share my TBR. So I've made some pages for it in my really cute reading journal. They're not great pages, I'm not very artistic, but I had a bit of fun. So this is like the scoring, and there's like a board thing there where you can keep track of your score, and then these are the prompts, and I painted it black because that's my team's colour. I am on team Epic and High, I think it's called. It's either Epic and High or High and Epic, and I think it's Epic and High, which is the fantasy team. And then here is what I'm reading. You can't read it from there, but I painted it gold and I put stickers on it and pretty stuff, and I like it. So I'll go through the prompts with you. There is cover reminds you of a pride flag, reread a comfort read, 5-star prediction, author's debut, out of your comfort zone, hold in the past year, indie or self-pub, POC representation, poll, fit a TBR game prompt, buddy read, disability or mental health representation, bookish creator's favourite, cover features team colour, and title last letter, title first letter is what it says, but what it means is the book for that prompt needs to start with the same letter as the last letter of another book. I'll explain it more when I get to that prompt of what I'm reading. But yes, let's just dive in and I'll show you what I'm reading throughout the readathon. So for cover reminds you of a pride flag, I've gone with Rick by Alex Gino. This is one that was lent to me by Blue, and they also recommended it to me, obviously. And the main character is asexual, and that's why I want to read it. And then it's got like the word Rick is in rainbow, which is why it reminds me of a pride flag. And it features my own sexuality, which is just something that I always look for in books. So for reread a comfort read, I've gone with one of my favourite books. That made a whistling noise, I'm sorry. One of my favourite books ever, that I love this book so much, but it's kind of like a favourite that isn't always the first one to jump to mind, if that makes sense. And it's not one I've reread a lot, so I thought it would be a good one for this prompt. And that is The Railway Children by E. Nesbit. This is the Wordsworth editions, Wordsworth Classic editions, and it's really pretty. And I really love this book. I think I may have only read it once or twice, so it would be nice to reread it. There are 15 prompts and I have a book for each prompt, so I don't think I'm going to get to them all, and this might be one of the ones I might not get to because it's a reread and I have other books that I haven't read before. But if I do get a chance to get to that prompt, this will be the one I read, and I'm very excited to dive back into this and see if I love it as much as I did. So the next prompt is 5-star prediction, and for that one I went to my 5-star predictions video and I picked one of those books. It was one of the few, if not the only one, that was a standalone and not part of a series, and so that's why I picked this one. But it is Pretending by Holly Bourne. Holly Bourne is one of my favourite authors, and I haven't read this yet and I really need to get on with it. And it seemed perfect that there was the 5-star predictions prompt, and this was one of my 5-star predictions, and so now hopefully I will get to it. Next up is author's debut, and for this one I have The Stormcrow by Kailyn Josephson. This book is one of the books that Beth, I think it was, picked for me to read this year, and I haven't read any of those books yet, and I think a few of those made it onto this list. So hopefully I will manage to read this one finally. I'm really excited to. It's only a duology, so it's not like a whole series I have to commit to, it's just 2 books. And also look how pretty this edition is, like, I love it so much. And I believe, obviously, that this is Kailyn Josephson's debut. Next prompt is Out of Your Comfort Zone, and for that one I've gone with The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. There is still a sticker on it because it won't come off without ruining the cover, and so I have to leave it on there ruining the cover. It's very annoying. So this is out of my comfort zone because I read The Night Circus and I did enjoy it, but it was not really something I'd normally read. It took me like a month to get through. It like I enjoyed it, but it didn't really grab me that much, and it wasn't something I wasn't something I typically read, so I did find it a bit of a struggle to get through. This is another one that Beth picked for me to read this year. This is like, she loves this book, so hopefully I will enjoy it as much as she does. I believe it's a book about books, which I love, obviously, because I like books. So I am excited to give this one a try. I think I will be splitting this up into sections and trying to read like 50 pages a day or something, and just getting through it nice and slowly and just taking my time and really allowing myself to absorb it. And hopefully it goes well. The next prompt is Hauled in the Last Year, and for this one I have Sister Song by Lucy Holland. This just sounds really interesting. This was one of the Goldsborough books and it was this year, so it was definitely within the past year. It's also really pretty, this edition, and I believe one of the characters is trans, which makes me really excited. It's set a very long time ago. In like Romany times. Okay, it's set in Britain in the like sort of Romany times as far as I can tell. And it has a trans character, which makes me very excited. That's basically the main thing that's got me excited to read this book. I'm really hoping I'll get to it, because it is one that I really want to get to this month, or in June. This month, I don't know. But yeah, Hauled in the Last Year. So for indie / self-pub, I have Baker Thief by Claudie Arsenault, I think. I believe this is by an indie publisher. It's published by Kraken Collective, which I've never heard of before, and it just kind of looks like an indie published book in the nicest way possible. So I believe it's an indie publisher, and this book also features an asexual character, I've been told, so I'm very excited to read this. I do have like a little asexual reading week planned in June, because I have 3 books on my TBR that apparently feature asexual characters, so I'm going to do like an asexual reading week and vlog it. I'm going to vlog the whole month, but that will have its own vlog, and hopefully get through my 3 books with asexual characters, and I'm very excited, and this is one of them. Next challenge is POC representation, and for that I'm reading Slay by Brittany Morris. I believe this features a black main character, and it was written by a black author, and this just sounds awesome and I really can't wait to read it. I've had it for a while now and I'm hoping to finally get to it. Well, this is one of the ones I should definitely be getting to because I'm buddy reading it with Beth, so I will hopefully definitely have read this one, and I'm really excited because it just sounds really good and I'm really keen. The next prompt is poll, and so for this one you just had to poll people, like a Twitter poll, or give people options and get them to choose. You know, a poll. Everyone knows what a poll is. To pick a book, and so I had my poll be... I'll put it here because I can't remember the other 2 options I put, but here's my poll. And the winner was Elatsoe, I think it's how it's pronounced, by Darcy Little Badger. Once again, I am under the impression that this book features an ace character, so this will be part of my ace reading vlog, and my whole poll that I made was all books that I believe have ace characters in them, so I wanted to get more ace rep in, and so this one was the one that won. I'm very intrigued. I've only heard Kayla from Books and Lala talking about this, so I'll see what I think of this one. I'm excited to give this one a try. The next prompt is to fit a TBR game prompt, and so for this I don't know if I kind of cheated a bit. I don't know if you're meant to fit a TBR game prompt that came up in someone's June TBR game, and that's not how I've done it, so that I may have cheated. But basically I've got my Becca's Bookoplathon Bookopoly board in this journal as well, and I've just looked at it and gone, well, this book fits probably many of these prompts, so I'm just going to read it and count it for that one. So I don't know if that's cheating, but that's what I'm doing. And the book I've gone with is Last Chance Books. This one was sent to me for review by Harper 360, so I really need to get to it, and I thought putting it on this TBR officially would make it easier to get to it. So here we are. TBR game prompt. I think the one I specifically decided to set it for, just to be like, look, it's actually set for one, was standalone. So reading this one as well. We're nearly there. We're nearly through all of the prompts. So the next prompt is buddy read, and the book I'm reading for that, this is like going to be a bit out of order now, but the book I'm reading for that is Finale by Stephanie Garber. I'm buddy reading this one also with Beth. We're doing 4 buddy reads in June. So definitely I'm easily filling this prompt, but this is one I've specifically put with it because the other 3 all fit with other prompts. But yeah, we're going to be reading the entire Caraval series because I've only read book 1 and Beth's only read book 1 and 2, and so neither of us have finished it, and we both really want to. So we're gonna finally do it this month. We've been meaning to do it for months and then kept buddy reading other things instead. So now we're finally getting to it and I'm excited. Next is Disability or Mental Health Rep, and I've gone with The Crow Rider, which is the sequel to The Stormcrow by Kailyn Josephson. And I believe this series has depression rep, I think. Definitely mental health rep. I think depression. And it's one that Beth, like I say, has recommended to me, and so I'm definitely keen to give this one a go, and I'm happy that I was able to fit both books in so I can finish it all in one go. That's how I like to read my series. Next prompt is Bookish Creators Fave, and for this, once again I can't remember if you can just go onto any Bookish Creators booktube or blog or bookstagram and find a favourites list and use that, but Maddie did create lists of all the hosts' favourite books, so if you want to just find a favourite book by someone easily, you can check out those lists that Maddie has. So I went with, I think it was off Becca's choices, but I've gone with The Well of Ascension. Maddie has said that if one of the creators' lists is the first book in a series, you can read any book in the series and it counts. So Becca had The Final Empire. My brain just shut down. Becca had The Final Empire on her list, and I've already read that, so I'm going to finally, hopefully, be carrying on with this series with The Well of Ascension. I'm so excited. I love Brandon Sanderson. I read The Final Empire nearly a year ago, so I'm very keen to finally carry on with this series and finish it, because I want to know what happens. Next prompt, the second to last prompt, the penultimate prompt, is cover features team colour. My team colour is black, as I said when I showed you my journaly thing. So this is where I fit in Caraval. I don't know if I say that weirdly. And by Stephanie Garber. So this will be a reread, and I finally finished the series, and this, like I say, is one I'm buddy reading with Beth. And I'm really excited. The first time I read this, I was so into it, like flying through it, absolutely loving it. Got to, like, I think just into the start of the climax of the story, got a cold, didn't read a single thing for 3 days, went back into it and was like just so out of it from not reading for so long that I just didn't enjoy the end as much as I enjoyed the rest of it, and I was so upset about it. So I'm really hoping that in this reread I just love it as much as I did before the cold. And yeah, I'm happy to read it properly all in one go instead of with a big weird gap in the middle. And then the last prompt is the one where the title of the last letter of a book you read needs to match the title of the first letter of the book for this prompt. So I'm going to show you what I picked and hope that explains it, and if not, go check out Maddie's video because I think she explains it well. So I picked Legendary for this prompt, and Legendary starts with an L, and obviously Caraval ends with an L, so that's how it works, because this book starts with the last letter of the title of another book. And so that's how I've done it, and I've put Legendary, oh my god, I've put Legendary for that one. So then, L. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, Legendary. This is another one with a sticker that won't come off without ruining the cover, and I hate it so much. Why do they put these stickers on? It annoys me so much. But yeah, I am really happy, so happy to finally be reading this series and be finishing it. I literally have just said this, so I'll just stop now. So that's my TBR for the Whatever-You-Want-A-Thon. I will, like I say, I'll be vlogging. I'm going to do 4 vlogs. They're going to be weekly, except for the last week, because I think the month ends on a Wednesday or something. So I'm going to do, the last vlog will be a week and a half instead of a week, and that'll probably be my 8th vlog week. But yes, I'll be vlogging it, so you'll get to see what I think of all of these books, hopefully. And I'm really excited to participate in this readathon. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I really like readathons that are you're in teams, and Maddie set up a whole spreadsheet for you to submit your points, and you put what team you're in, and the team with the most points wins. I love that kind of thing because it just adds more fun to it, and more of a game element, and I'm really excited for this readathon. But yeah, like I said, everything will be linked in the description. All of Maddie's videos about it, all of the Goodreads pages for all of these books will be linked in the description, so you can check them out and see what they're about. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!